element of activism. Activism is what we're all about. That's what we're here for. And activism takes a number of different forms. One is simply upholding the law on your own as an individual, a freestanding, educated individual, pursuant to what you've learned from CtC. Another is getting involved in an organized affair, such as what Don just told us about, the Commonwealth Grand Jury movement. There are other movements as well. I mentioned Oath Keepers in the introduction to today's events, and many other virtuous organizations to become a part of. But one of the things about activism is the need to reach out and bring your views to the attention of other people, because many of these virtuous projects require a mass participation. There's a threshold process beyond which you suddenly are accomplishing large things, before which you really do not. Those thresholds are not enormous. You don't need a majority of the population to be a part of a project for it to work. You actually need a very, very, very small minority of the population to make it. But you do need more than just yourself in a lot of cases. And so we want to know how to reach out to other people and to make them an active part of our projects and an enthusiastic part of our projects. And one of the ways that we have to do that today that was never available in the past is what's known as social media. All of you are familiar with it. In one sense or another, it's ubiquitous. As an older American, it's annoyingly ubiquitous. Facebook, Twitter, and so forth. These to me are well, I don't want to say anything too bad about them, because our next speaker is going to tell us all how to use them and do good things with them. And they can do good things, because lots and lots of people are connected to these systems. Lots of people use them as their exclusive means of communication. One of the things that annoyed me hugely as my kids were growing up was when they basically stopped using email. I mean, they abandoned the telephone long before, except for the cell phones and texting and so forth. But just normal telephone use, such as what I was accustomed to when I grew up, that was long gone. And it became replaced with Facebook, and all of their communications with all of their friends were always on Facebook. They didn't exchange emails anymore. They simply posted things to each other. Everybody in their groups saw everything that they posted. And it's annoying as a parent, but as a political activist, it's fascinating. And the power of this as an opportunity to communicate in real time, virtual real time at least, or nearly exact real time, with a large group of people is phenomenal. And the power that it has is enormous. And we've seen lots of examples of it. The Arab Spring thing was one of the best known examples where just these social media communications allowed people to organize virtually instantly and do things that were important on a very rapid basis in a very coordinated fashion. So, I want to introduce, it happens to be my daughter, Catherine Elizabeth Hendrickson. She is one of my all-around favorite people. She's a graduate of Lawrence Technological University and a 12-year CtC educated American. Katie has done stints as a staff assistant for United States Congressman Kerry Benifolio and as communications coordinator for the Michigan chapter of Americans for Prosperity. She is now on the staff of Michigan Congressman Martin Hauerlich and is working towards positioning herself as a freelance writer. Katie is an expert in the use of social media for grassroots political mobilization. And she's going to help each of us become similarly equipped to make Facebook and Twitter into our own instruments of positive action. So please welcome Katie.
So after that introduction, I just feel the need to kind of rub in even more the whole lack of awareness thing. Because before Facebook used to be just for college kids. You actually had to have a valid college email address to even use it. So before that, there was MySpace, and that's what that's. I mean, we're just moving at the speed of light here. I'm gonna try to help y'all keep up. So, it'll be be a little boring, but that's okay. I have really nice designs. Anyway, so activism in social media, why you have to join the technological revolution. So first we have to ask, what is social media? Generally speaking, it's websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or participate in social networking. Okay, so what's social networking? Use of dedicated websites and applications to interact with other users or find people with similar interests. So basically, social media helps you find people with your interests and to share content with these people. There are thousands of social media sites, as you'll see in a minute. But the ones I'm going to talk to you about today are Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, and YouTube. Probably heard of Facebook and Twitter at least, and probably YouTube. Tumblr and Reddit are a little unknown, but they shouldn't be because they can be very useful. This is just to give you an idea. I found this on Wikipedia, I won't lie, but it's just all of the various social media sites and their types. I mean, this is how much we're looking at. So, but don't be overwhelmed because you do not need to be on all of them. I don't even know what like 90% of these are, so no worries. So why is it important? Well, according to this data, 80% of American adults are online, and nearly 60% of them use social networking sites. That's a pretty big chunk. And as of May 2012, Facebook has 901 million users. That may not sound like a lot considering we have like a population of 6 billion, but if you think about how many of those people don't have access to a computer or internet or whatever, that's a lot of people. That's a huge chunk of the population, and we should be tapping into that. So 1 in 4 people 65 and older are part of a social networking site. That says a lot too. People who weren't even necessarily on email back in the day are now on Facebook. It helps them stay connected with their old friends they've lost since high school. Helps them stay connected with family, and it can also be used for activism, like we're talking about. 75% of people got their news forwarded through email or social media posts. So newspapers and even going to a website for a newspaper is becoming obsolete, almost. Newspapers, yes, paper, but, and then 30% of people shared that item via Facebook or Twitter. It's just becoming the way to exchange ideas and information. And finally, it's actually more popular than porn. Yeah, it is. So Facebook. This is your Facebook sign-up page. It doesn't ask for much information initially. The birthday requirement they used to have in place, I don't know that they still do. Facebook used to require you to be at least 14, I believe, in order to, after they dropped the whole college requirement. I don't think that's anymore, and either way you can select your birthday, so it's kind of irrelevant, but they tried. So they don't ask for much initially. Once you get in there, they're gonna try to get literally everything on you. Like they will ask you for your current city, they'll try to get your address if they can, they want everything, and it's really obnoxious. But you just don't fill it in, and what are they gonna do? So it's typically used for connecting with people from various aspects of your life. Like I was talking about, you might connect with old high school friends, you might connect with your college friends, connect with your family, your coworkers, and you can promote ideas, events, products, and even yourself. We're going to talk about different types of pages. Nope, yes. So that would be personal. You can make a page for yourself. You connect with others, keep up to date. Coworkers might use it to organize projects and such. I mean, it's been done. It's less common because typically they'll have their email systems or whatever, but it does happen. A business will make a Facebook page to promote itself, to stay in touch with customers. They give out coupons that way. And then an organization will spread an idea or a movement. So, for example, the Lost Horizons Facebook page. It's an organization page, and it's used spread the idea, spread the truth through Facebook, because, you know, you've got a website, but how are you gonna get people there? Well, you can either give them the website directly, or if they search for a general topic on Facebook and there's a keyword in the About section here, this is what will come up. It's just a good way to cover your bases.
Are those options Facebook options, or are those just different uses we can use for the page?
They are different options, actually, I think, yeah, if
So
you
there's
look
an
here,
organization
if
page
you go
set
to a
up.
page, up here is the, you can hardly tell, but it says create page. So you can do that instead of going to the sign up place and creating your own. My dad doesn't even have an actual
And
personal
that gives you
Facebook.
an option as to whether it's a personal page or.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So for each of these, I'm also going to do a little cost-benefit analysis to see how useful is it, how valuable is it to us. So they're event pages, that's a benefit, because instead of having to send out an email or a letter or something to each individual person, you can just create this page, and anyone who, and actually you can even send a link to people who aren't on Facebook, and they can still view it as long as you can get public. So that's really useful. It's got all your information right there. People can RSVP. It's great. And it will send them reminders as well, which I find really cool. Because I'm forgetful like that. You can do longer posts. I mean, Facebook has no limit on how much you can put into a given post. Granted, you don't want to do too much, and you want to make it interesting at first to catch attention, because it will show up shortened. But you can put a lot into it, which is really nice, as opposed to Twitter, which we'll talk about next. And it's easier to use comment sections to discuss, so people can comment on whatever you post, and that's really nice because you can end up connecting people in a conversation who you might have something in common with, and you find that you're on the same page, and you can reach out to them afterwards then and say, hey, we feel the same way about this. Can we work together on this given issue? So that's cool too. And then the combo would be Facebook's newsfeed and page settings. Unfortunately, the newsfeed, where you get updates from everyone that you're following or every page you're following, Facebook looks at who you visit the most, who you interact with the most, and it will adjust your newsfeed accordingly. So you'll see more from the people with whom you interact with on a more regular basis. So you kind of have to go out of your way if you don't end up getting updates from somewhere to get those updates, but after that it should adjust. So Twitter. This is harder to get to actually. You open Twitter and it's got like this big screen because it's like sign in, and then the sign up is like this tiny little thing up in the upper right hand corner. But you can get there. Just go this way. This is the screen you want. It's a quick and simple spread of thoughts and information. I say quick and simple because you're limited to 140 characters per tweet. That's the post maybe. Which is good and bad. I mean, it allows for that. The Twitter feed is block after block of little things of text. So you can get a lot of information quickly, but you can't get, it's difficult to put all that you want into it. And you can shorten links. Well, you know, so it allows for a quicker flow, but they have to be very well crafted. If you want to get if you want to get somebody's attention, you have to make sure that your tweet is not more than 140 characters because it won't let you post that, but is also thorough enough that somebody knows what you're talking about and catchy enough that you're going to get their attention. Something that'll help with that, add a picture if you can. It takes up a little bit of data, but it will stand out in a block of text that looks like, see, huge picture. Like, I've got my newsfeed going, America's Got Talent down there, don't ask. But the big tiger's picture stands out, and that's what's going to happen in your newsfeed, same thing.
How do you add a picture? Oh, simple icon.
Yeah, if you go into compose new tweet, it'll come up and there's a little icon down here and it's a little camera image. So, yeah. And then it'll just let you upload a picture. I think it's a certain, like 4 gigs or something, but, yeah. It's doable and it's very useful.
Is this a screenshot of your cell phone?
No, this is actually the website itself on my computer. Quick note about hashtags. It's a word or phrase with no space or punctuation preceded by a pound sign. There's some examples down there. It's sort of like a search term. You can use it as a search term, and then it will also include, the punctuation thing really bothers me because I don't get it. It's not spelled that way, guys, but that's what you have to do. It will, if somebody looks for that hashtag or is following that hashtag, your tweet will come up in that list of tweets, no matter who you know who's posting there, as long as it has the hashtag. So for example, the Hobby Lobby thing, these people might not know, probably don't know each other. They're from around the world, but they have Hobby Lobby right here as a hashtag. So if I search for that, it brings up anyone's in it. So it's a really good way to get in on a conversation and get your viewpoint out there where it might not otherwise be seen.
So if somebody searches for, somebody would search for a hashtag, and then they would do all the tweets that have that
Yep.
as a hashtag for the tweet.
Any post that has that in it, that's what's going to come up. So if you want to get in on that and get other people seeing what you're saying, use a hashtag. I'm going to talk about that later too. Tumblr, it's not currently used for a whole lot of straight up political activity. It's actually, Tumblr comes from letting information images tumble. So it's all about the resharing. That's the thing it's used for. So you get it, you have your blog, and then when you hit reblog, that goes out to all of your followers. But that's what it is, that's the whole purpose. And it's currently split about 50-50 between fandoms, which is like fans of, for example, Doctor Who or Harry Potter or all the group of fans are fandoms. So it's split between those and sort of political activists though. You've got people on there posting links and news stories and opinions and stuff about things happening in the world, and then people can repost and comment on it, and you end up with a really nice conversation going. So I personally would like to tap into that and utilize it for what it could be. And if you have some free time, it's a fun thing. That's mine. For example, I searched for liberty, and it brought up this because the hashtags also work here. So it's a little less common. You don't need them. This will also do search terms. So the fact that this has liberty in it, found that. It allows for simple sharing, but in my experience at least, I don't know, my brother might tell you differently, it's difficult to get followers. You kind of just have to hope for the best. But they recently created a special privacy setting to encrypt posts to keep them from being as readily accessible for the government, which I thought was really cool. They're very forward that way. And all you have to do is start fixing, no one should have a right to information that you don't want to give them. They should not have that privilege. So here's a way to encrypt it and make it harder for them to get. Good job on that. So yeah, if you search for income, this is what comes up. It's sort of the way Twitter works. Anything that has that in it, that's what comes up. And you can find whatever you like. And then reshare it accordingly, and it'll go on your blog and go to your followers. Another way to spread it. Reddit is, it looks a little confusing at first, but it's a really interesting place, and my brother knows way more about it than I do, but it's like a giant multi-page forum. So Reddit has a bunch of what they call subreddits. It's like mini pages, and people can post articles and links and images and stuff on it.
If I may make a note,
You may.
Reddit is very well known for not censoring anything. The founders of Reddit also founded the Electronic Frontier Foundation, They protect all internet privacy and are completely anti-NSA at their core.
That's why I like them. I want to get more in it, but I've got multiple other things going on, so. Yeah, so it's easier to see, to be honest. It's easy to get a conversation going here, but there are these things called upvotes, which I'll point out in a minute, and you need that for visibility, which is unfortunate. I mean, you'll get seen at first, but the second that something has more upvotes than your comment, yours drops a little below the radar. But you can get a bunch of viewpoints all in one place, which is kind of a cost and benefit. I mean, it could be a good thing to have those opposing viewpoints, but it can also be bad because it depends on what people see. So this, I Googled, or searched politics in Reddit, and it came up with all of these different subreddits, like I was talking about, different pages where people would post things. And if you go to the politics one, this is what you'll come up with. People have posted links and articles and everything else. And this happened to be right after the whole Hobby Lobby thing happened. Alright. Well, you can sort of see, like the George Takei one at the top has like 3,500 something upvotes. That's why it's at the top. It's not that, you know, it ranks more importantly from any objective standpoint, it's just people voted for it a lot. And you can also do downvotes, and that lowers it in the rankings. If you click on one of these, the comments, this is how it goes, and it's the same kind of thing. But this is where you get your dialogue, and this is where you can go. If you see something posted that's incorrect, you can go comment on it and correct what they're talking about, and you can start joining that, which is important, and that's everything. YouTube, it's fairly straightforward. You upload videos and hope they get seen. It's used for information sharing. People will do like instructional videos, educational videos, product promotion, their advertisements. Companies are getting really creative. It's fun to see. A television alternative, there are actually YouTube series where people will make like a TV series but put it on YouTube instead, which is kind of cool. And then, yeah, random stupid stuff. Cat videos, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so this is my dad's channel, one of them, he has two, I believe. And these are the uploads. It's just what your general channel will look like if somebody goes to it. Here it is. One of the things I like though is that people can put up stuff on a given topic and it'll all go to the same place. So if you just search Hendrickson income tax, you come up with 600 something results because people have made videos about this topic and they're all here, which is really cool to me. Maybe I'm just geeking out, I don't know. So benefit, it's easier to go viral. People share videos like crazy. You know, they see something funny, oh, here, let me put it all over my Facebook and Twitter and every other thing that I do. Because it's a video. It's fast and easy. It's good. Recording and uploading can be difficult and time consuming, but I think in the end it's worth it, and once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. It also appeals to different types of learners. So you might have heard that we have like visual, audio, and kinesthetic learners. The only one that it wouldn't really, unless it's like a how-to and they're doing it with you, would be the kinesthetics. But it gets both the audio because they can hear it, and the visual because you can put stuff on screen to match what you're saying, which I think is a huge benefit of YouTube. It's a way to convey information and cater to multiple different types of learning and information. Or people who just learn better hearing it. I mean, or someone who may be dyslexic, so I guess that sort of counts the same way. It's just difficult for them to read and they would assume hear it. So yeah. Now tips and tricks section. Facebook suggests pages you might like. So when you like a page or a post by a page, it'll bring up a suggestion. Like here, you might be interested in this because you like this. This can be really useful for finding people like-minded and also those with opposing viewpoints, which would enable you to keep an eye on the enemy, know what they're saying, know what you need to speak against. If you're writing things of your own, or making posts of your own, you want to know what they're saying so you can address it. And for the like-minded, you can start talking to people who share your viewpoints, and you can spread the word. Twitter uses a thing called trending hashtags, and if you look at your main Twitter feed, it's like over in the left-hand corner over here, to the side of your main feed, and it'll show you what hashtags are most popular that day. It's like the top 10. So that, like I said, hashtags will put you in any search term, any list of tweets that anyone's made. That can help you join the conversation. It's really cool if you can use a trending hashtag in a creative way, so that you might not even really apply to the topic at hand, but if you can distort it and use it to your own advantage, you can get it on something that people are looking at and using a lot that day. So you're going to reach even more people. And there is a thing that helps you gain followers as well. And then there's a tweet bomb, which is where people, like a group of people or an organization will get together and they'll create this hashtag and they'll say, okay, we're going to just use the heck out of this today. We're going to like post hundreds of tweets with this one, and they will hope to get it into the trending list. And that gains visibility as well. Trolling is where you post something that you know is going to be controversial. Typically it's used, the term trolling is used when you're just doing it to be obnoxious. You might not even actually feel that way. And it is truly obnoxious because when they engage you and then they're like, aha, I was just kidding. But you want to go to websites that you know are spreading wrong information and comment and tell people what's going on. It's going to be really annoying at first and really frustrating to look at all this misinformation. Like, oh, why are you people saying this? But how else are we going to get to them? So you can upload correct links, videos, or whatever you have, and that'll get visibility. And they could even sway an independent or apathetic person on a certain issue. Someone who's just kind of looking around. If all they're seeing is the other side, that's what they're going to get. Either they'll stay apathetic, or they'll end up on the other side. We have to be there, raising our voice, in order to bring anyone else over to the light. And, yeah. We can have, somebody said it yesterday, and I can't remember whether it was Michael Warren or Brian Wright, but we can have all the information we want. We can be as right as we like. But if we don't tell anyone else about it, then what are we doing? Why bother? So everything you have, share it on whatever you're using, even if it is email. Send out an email. Send a notice on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, YouTube. Share it, whatever you find. Put the link up. Tell people about it. If you find a video, share that too. But share, share, share. Honestly, cannot stress enough. Thank you. As I said, it's totally annoying to a grammar geek like me, but otherwise it won't pick it up. If you put spaces in there, it will only pick up corruption. So you would want to do corruption in government, one word. I like to capitalize every word, just so that it distinguishes and people don't get confused, but yeah.
What's the difference between a personal profile page and an actual fan page?
A personal page is, you're limited to having friends and making events as pages. You can promote what you post. It costs money, but you can. And also you can keep track of your page views and various other stats. It's easier to share things to people who aren't in your list.
Which one?
The fan page, or an organization.
I was told for a while that my page, which I thought was like every other normal page, was a profile page. The X looks like a regular page. It's got the newsfeed, it's got my status.
Well, yeah, then that's to distinguish. I think it might be just a difference in use of terminology. It's real big. Yeah, yeah, I mean, a profile page, I would think, would be your personal page. But like, yours, not the news feed or anything like that, but your page, the one that people see when they go to look at your name. I think that's how I would use profile page, but it could just be that that's not used yet. Yes?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment, not a big deal, but you talk about how annoying or rude or whatever people should do. You can't even go down any comments on anything without finding really atrocious language and nasty comment. I mean, it doesn't matter where you're at, you're gonna find it everywhere.
Oh, it's true. There are people, I kind of attribute it to actually a lot of this digital interaction. People don't really feel, that is something that you'll run into, and it's been studied, it's about cyberbullying is a problem, because when people don't have to look you in the eyes and say something to your face, they're a lot more apt to be totally rude and inconsiderate and even vulgar, because they don't have to see you. The internet is a mask for them. But, you know, we just press on.
Then it's a free country. There we go with the thing where you can't really restrict because, you know, there's a freedom of speech thing. If you don't like it, just ignore it, you know.
I mean, which is sort of valid. I mean, I can insult you all day, but
Right,
you don't
right.
have to do anything about it.
Right, I can ignore it or you can not do it, either one, but you got the right to do it and.
But we kind of have to put up with it if we
Right.
get it up.
There should be a place with beds. I don't know, beds.
Yeah, it beats
No,
shooting up
low
the place
bed.
with something, you know.
Absolutely.
But share it.
If anyone, share, absolute critical message. If anyone has any further questions on technical issues, for Katie, she will be around, and please look her up and talk to her. And Katie, thank you very much.